Hello, this is Grandma's Gone Gaming. I'm bringing you episode 1 of the new challenge that I've set for myself that I'm calling the Railroad. I haven't done a lot of work with the rails and the minecarts in the game, but I'm been learning. I've done some before, but not a whole lot. And I've been playing a practice game in a world that I set up a couple weeks ago, and trying to decide how to make the rules for a challenge that other people could join in on if they would like to. So I will, by the time you see this, I will have posted those rules and guidelines in the description, and also I will have a PDF file available for you to download if you would like to have it, so you could just print it out. I am going to just do a random world here. I've already put in the title, The Railroad. I'm going to stay in survival, and I'm going to not use a seed. You could use one if you whatever you'd like to do. I'm going to leave the structures on, so hopefully I will actually run into some villages. Now I am playing in snapshots after 1.9, and we are up to 1.10 pre-release 2. I am going to turn the cheats on because I will use them for a couple things. I will not use them for getting away from monsters. I might use them for teleporting if I get totally lost down in some huge cavern somewhere. Rather than just take the extra time just to, spend fruitless minutes, hours trying to get out of some place. And I won't do command block stuff. It'll be survival. But I just can't see the point of just like having to run back and forth for long distances all the time when I can teleport from, say, my base out to the place that I've been working on most currently. That's just the way I like to play, and I would like to play this challenge in the way that I like to play it. This is not hardcore. If I die, I'll come back. I'll get my stuff if I can. If not, I won't. I'm not going to leave it so that my inventory stays or anything like that. Regular survival, except that I should be able to, will be able to teleport back and forth occasionally. Also, I will be resetting the world spawn when I reach 0, 0. I'm not worried about the elevation, but when I reach the 0, 0 spot, which will be not too far from where I spawn, because especially in 1.9, they seem to be making it and past. They seem to be making it so that you spawn very close to the 0, 0 spot. Alright, so we have the structures on, default world, cheats are on, and the bonus chest is off. I'm going to go ahead and create the world and see where we land. I'm doing it completely randomly. Let's see what we end up with. And take a look and see where we are. Whoa, in a tree, obviously. I'm at minus 126, 68, 247, so I'm not very far from 0, 0. I hear pigs. Now, I'm not going to cut down that tree because it'll just take too much time. But I am allowing myself to go ahead on my way to those 0, 0 coordinates to take down a few trees, get some food, the kind of stuff that you would do when you're in a normal survivor world and you're just looking for a good spot to have your base. Well, I know where I want my base. It's not that I'm looking for the perfect spot or anything like that. The base is going to be at that 0, 0 spot. However, I would really like to be able to have food when I get there. Right now I'm going to go ahead and make planks. And I'm going to make the crafting table. And give myself a few sticks and a few tools to start with. Whoops. Okay, whatever. There. Oh wait, I only want one of those. Don't do that. Move that around. Get an axe. Get a shovel. And get myself a sword. Now, if I were going to have to farm, I would also make a hoe, but I don't have to farm. This is not like the MHC that I usually do, where we are not allowed to eat animals. I eat animals. In real life, I'm a meat eater, and that is set up to make it harder for you to get through. Oops, didn't do that well. In this case, I'll be very glad to have the mutton and the wool so that I can make a bed to sleep in, which is another thing that I can't, I can't do in the MHC, but I can in my own games. So I'm just going to gather a little bit of food, then I'll just decide which way I have to go Right now I'm just going to gather these first. I need some more wool. Is there another sheep up there? There is. There usually are 4. Once in a while you get short of that. Under trees it's kind of hard to get a critical hit. Remove the trees first. I still didn't get it, of course. It was up too high. Alright, follow him out here. Alright then. Alright, now which direction do I... Oh, here's one of the things that's new. In the plains, in 1.10, we can look out here and we can see trees, a few trees, some in the plains right here where this is sunflower plains, but there's just, regular plains here. We get over this way a little bit, plains, and there are trees. You will always find some trees very close to the edges or into the middle of the plains. You know what? I see pumpkins over there too. Let's see. I like pumpkins for jack-o'-lantern lighting, actually, if I'm not going to eat them. I am now at minus 95, which this is the weight I need to go towards 0 anyway. So I'm going to go this way and go ahead and get those pumpkins. And then, oh, I see horses over there. Oh, good. More sheep, more mutton, more wool, because I will be probably making some carpet. I'll be building my depots out of the native stones. Of course, cobblestone could be used in there, but I'll probably use polished andesite, diorite, and granite. Started to make a jump hit at the pumpkin. Jeez. Do not need to attack the pumpkins. Just cut them down. That's a pretty big patch of them there. Anyway, I want to kind of do what they did in the pioneer days when they were building railroads, which was still pioneer days, and use the native stuff that they came to, if they could. That's less money for shipping things back and forth. They had to build the rails and everything out of the whatever they had, but in most cases they would have been probably sending it back to the East Coast to have it smelted and all that kind of stuff. But in this case, we're going to dig it as we go. And just kind of be staying with the natural availability around us. And try not to kill yourself in the meantime. If we do, we can come back. Okay. Still more pumpkins. Wow. I'll be planting some of them also somewhere. I'll be making my main depot at the 0, point. I'll have a 25 by 25 square round of that point. And that has to include my depot, which will have 4 gates. One to the north, one to the east, one to the south, and one to the west. And we'll have, let's see, let me check where I'm at here. And we'll have a protecting wall. Okay, here's 0. Whoa, too far. 0 is right here. And I need to go, let's see, toward negative, this way, toward negative Z to get to the 0 in this way. Whoa, little bit of a big hole there. Alright, so there must have been some more wood up in there somewhere. Didn't think I had hit a giant tree. I thought it was just a regular one. There we go. I don't like leaving these behind, even though it's taking some of my daylight right now. I still don't like doing that. I am going to not worry about saplings, though. Just making sure that it will leave. If there's an apple, I can use that. Anyway, so I'm going to go this way, and I'll be choosing, after I build my main depot, then I will be choosing which direction to start. Just kind of what seems good to me. Okay, and we'll go out, and I will make my first line out that direction, and have to finish that before I can start in another direction. Okay, I'm trying to get 0, it's another 200 blocks. Along the lines, every 250, and I will go out 1,000 blocks from the gate, which has to be at a certain point inside of my main pad. Oh, come on. And, oh, there's a hole that I could go down into, but I think I'll try to get over to my 0, and then hide away. I got food now at least, and some wood. Looks like we're going to end up in a forest to start with. And hopefully not a forest hills. Oh, there are some wolves. And by the way, that's another change in 110. Those wolves will not despawn. They will be here at close to this point anyway. They just added that in the, I think in the pre-1 snapshot. So if I'm going to actually write that down. This is 367.82, pretty close to where I'm going to be anyway. So I should be able to come back here and find those wolves. They should remain in this area. They may travel. I didn't say that they wouldn't do that, but it says that they won't despawn. Once they've spawned, they should be around somewhere. Okay, so I'm way over to the minuses here, and I'm 54 blocks away from, oh, look at that, more pumpkins, from my home base here. More pumpkins right there. Also some sugar cane. Whoa, that's interesting. I don't think I've ever seen that before. Thought I saw another one. There we go. Get up here and get this one. Might as well take the tree down while I'm at it. I'm out of axe. But if I stop to make another couple axes, it'll take me just probably the same length of time as to cut down this short tree. Okay, and where are we now? 34. Coming up. Coming up. Ooh, are we going to have a nice flat spot, or is that a river? Ooh. Right here. Right here. The 0 spot is right here where I'm standing, and 0 is right here. So here is 0, 68, 0. Yeah, right here on this one right here. 0, 68, 0. That is where my starting point is, and I'm going to go ahead and set the world spawn here. And that is done. That's one reason I wanted the cheats on. And so I'm going to have to level out that back way, back that way is what I'm trying to say, and then at least make, you know, a like supported, realistic type of a pad out this way, and not too much work that way. A little bit, you know, half and half. Half has to come down, half has to be built up. But since it's going to be over water, that actually makes it a little easier. I can make some fence posts, make some piers, and make like a dock. Make like a duck, not a duck. Alright, so from here, right now, I don't have any torches or anything like that. So I think what I'm going to do is just know that this is where it is. Maybe I'll just make a, what do I have? Yeah, let's make a wool. I don't want to use all my wool. I have quite a bit of wool. I'll use this. Is that it? Right there? 0, 6. Oh, 0. There we go, right there. That's my tower. That's where I have to start. That's my center right there. And I'm going to go a little bit away from there. I think maybe over there where I see some coal. Just across the river over here. And kind of dig in, get some more stuff. Spend the night. And come out at daylight. And just... Now, I may or may not just do regular recording during each day. I'll try to keep my episodes to just about 20 minutes. I'm used to doing that for the MHC. If you don't know what that is, go to Michael Deering, D-E-E-R-I-N-G. Go to his channel, Michael Deering, and it tells you about the Minecraft Hardcore Challenge that he instituted several years ago now. That we do monthly. We have challenges, different challenge every month, either 8 or 9 upload dates, which would be Mondays and Fridays all the way through each month. Right now we're in the middle of the June 2016 series, which is called The Peacemaker. And so I already have mine all recorded, And I'm just doing the minor editing that I do to take out things like coughs and sneezes. And because all of our action has to be on camera, we don't sleep away the night and all that kind of stuff. Now, I can sleep away my night here. And I'm not in hardcore, as I mentioned, in survival. And so there will be, most of this will probably just be progress reports as I go. I don't intend to actually record every little bit of this series, every little bit that I'm doing. I may go ahead and just leave the recording going without the mic, every time I'm playing, so that I can capture moments that might be of interest to watchers, and then dub in, or I might decide to do an episode now and again that's an entire day. Whoops, I don't want to put that there. I was thinking that I had torches, but I don't. Anyway, so for this first one, I'm going to go ahead and stay in until the morning, and then we'll call it the end of episode 1, and after that it'll be a lot more informal and sketchy as far as when I actually post a video. It won't be on a regular basis, just every so often. It's probably going to take me a couple months to do this. Maybe you work faster than that, but I don't. I'm kind of a slow and steady person, and I'm going to be collecting a lot of resources in order to do this. Each rail line has to be 1,000 blocks. So there's a lot, that's a lot of rail to lay, and a lot of powered rail, no matter, even if you stay absolutely flat all the way, still a lot of powered rail to make. So you need a lot of gold, you need a lot of iron, you need a lot of wood, and you're going to have to be building all of your depots, and at every 250 blocks on each line, you have to build a whistle stop. So that's what I'm facing in this challenge, and if I can incorporate some villages along the way, then you'll get to see some of the new villages in 1.10. By the time I finish, of course, you're going to be probably seeing 1.10 for yourself. Where is the... There, duh, it's right there. Alright, put that in there, and I think then the first thing I need to do is to make a furnace. And that's my wool. I put that down. Put in a little bit of the wood and put my 5 oak logs in there, make some charcoal. And then I will cook a little bit of that, but I will also, right now I'm going to grab this first one that comes out. There we go, and make a few torches. So I have some light. Now nothing's going to be bothering me right in here, but things can be coming from around me, of course. And then I don't have a door up there or anything like that, so I do want to make sure I know exactly where I'm at here and have nice. That's pretty. Nice view. There's a, look at that, skyblock. There's a tree and some dirt right there. So if you've never done skyblock, you can ask for my seed and you can do it in a little bit safer environment. Okay. Alright then. Oh, that's right, I don't have any more pickaxes. I need to do that. Okay, let's make a stone pickaxe right now. There we go. Close that. Alright. Just take that down and leave the one step there. And this will probably be my little supply base for a little while. Alright. And I will be making a bed, so I don't have to all the time be building in there, that's full. Through the dark night, I'll be able to sleep. Okay, now because I set my world spawn over there, even if I didn't do this, I would be able to spawn close to here I'd be spawning really close to the new world spawn point. But if I put my bed over here fairly close, then I'll be by my supplies when I die, because I'm of course, not leaving the inventory. My inventory will clear itself when I die. I'm going to move these back one more little bit. Okay. Okay. Get this right there. Now I'll be taking out, in fact, I'll go ahead and just take these out, put my stuff in this wall right here. And I can get those later. And they're there. Get them now. Obviously, I'm not sleeping away at least this entire night. Yeah, because I want these to build my depots with. Now my line shacks, in my little rules that I've made, it says those can be, if you just want to dig into the mountainside, they have to be enclosed in your safe area where your rails are being laid. And you have to make all of your rails safe from the criminals of the night. So, there we go. So that's a prerequisite. Okay, let's just put one. Let's put a double chest. Do I have enough wood? I think so, yeah, I do. I can always get some more wood. There's plenty of it to be had. And put that up there. Okay. I'll just throw a few things in there. I want to put some... I'll just use wood again. That won't take me very far, but that'll do a little bit of my pork. It'll do my pork. Keep these in here. Oh, there's coal right up there too. How are we doing on daylight? It's still dark. Okay. Alright, let's see. There. And I want to go ahead and don't have any more sticks now, but that's alright. I'll get some in a few minutes. Okay. More trees. And some seeds. I need to cook these. I can go ahead and eat my apple. Won't take me very far, but it helps. And we have some pork chops now. Okay. And I'm out of wood. Alright, so we need more wood in order to finish that stuff up. Sugar canes. Put those in line there. Alright, then I have some granite, some diorite, and some andesite. Some wool. Put that over here. Coal and charcoal. I did get coal earlier. Why did I was thinking I hadn't gotten any. Oh, well, that's how long a memory I have. For now, I'm just going to put both of these, actually. There we go. Use the charcoal up. Cook the chicken. How's the daylight? We're not. Oh, it is on day 1 now, and it is daylight. So I do want to get out there and kind of get surveyed. And I'm going to go ahead and end this session and get ready to just start working, and I'll come back with episode 2 when I have some significant progress made and show you what I've done so far and explain a little bit further about what will be going on after that. In the meantime, be sure to download the PDF if you'd like to print it out, if you want to play along in your own world of your own choosing. Or if you want, I could give you the seed for this one. If you want to play in the same one, that's okay too. I'll supply that in the description along with the actual written instructions there as well. So I hope that you enjoyed watching this start and think that it would be fun. And if you'd like to join in, please let me know. And I'll talk with you later in episode 2, and thanks for watching.